annual event for me. This may be the only event that I've done every year since I've been in Alabama, and really happy to do it. I think Mike and Millie do a great job with team focus, and it helps a lot of people, and it kind of goes along philosophically with what we try to do with Nick's kids and creating opportunities for young people. So I don't know a better way to spend an evening to be able to contribute in some way to the success of their organization, which helps a lot of young men.
Now, what are you going to talk about tonight to the crowd?
Well, I think I wouldn't really be talking to the crowd. I'd rather talk to the young people about choices, decisions, making the kind of choices and decisions that are going to help them take advantage of their gifts. Someone has gone a long ways to try to create an opportunity to help them have a better chance to be successful, and hopefully they'll make the kind of choices and decisions that will allow them to do that.
The NFL draft is coming up in a couple of days. What's the feeling like for you when you see as many guys from your program that can move on to the next level?
Well, I think it's wonderful and speaks volumes of, our ability to help players develop and play at a high level, and be able to recruit some talented players that have the opportunity to develop and be someone that has a career as a football player in the NFL. And it excites me, and it's great for our program if every one of these guys gets drafted as high as possible, because they've done a fantastic job for us. They won a lot of games, and we certainly didn't finish the season like we'd like. And I think if you talk to any one of them, they'd be disappointed in that because it would have put an exclamation mark on their career at the university. But our thoughts and prayers are with them and their families, so that they get the best opportunity possible.
Coach, can you talk about Ryan Anderson and his abilities to play the NFL?
I think Ryan will have an outstanding career. He's got a unique skill set that he's a very good outside linebacker. He still can play stack backer. He's got pass rush ability. He's smart, very competitive. He's got some leadership qualities. I think everybody's looking for a good teammate, and Ryan was a fantastic teammate to a lot of players and affected players in a positive way in our program, and certainly had his last 2 years he played great football for us.
Coach, how do you manage the natural insecurities of two quarterbacks competing for the position, two young quarterbacks?
Well, look, we want every player on our team to compete at a high level, and Jalen Hurts played a lot of good football for us last year, and he certainly made a lot of progress this spring. And even though all of you in the press are trying to make a quarterback controversy out of nothing, which is what you're doing right now, there really isn't one. And we want both guys to play at a high level, and I think the competition that they offer each other is probably healthy for both, and hopefully will make both players better players. And we're just looking forward and feel fortunate to have two outstanding young men that can play at a high level at that position.
The spring for the new guys, it's your first chance for you to see them. Obviously, you saw them when you recruited them. Do you feel like that's the time you find out what you really have, whether they're ready yet, but you can find out, yeah, that's what I expected them to kind of be at this point?
Well, we try not to have expectations for young players when we recruit them. Obviously, we make a decision about whether we recruit them or not based on what they did in high school, but what kind of college players are going to be is determined by how they develop when they get to college, as people, as students, and as players. So we felt like we had a really good recruiting class last year. We had 16 guys that came in early at mid-year, and a lot of those players made a lot of progress, and I think a lot of those players are going to be able to contribute to our team next year.
What are your impressions the first spring with Coach Dable?
I was very pleased. He was very well organized. I think the players responded really well with him. He's a great teacher. I think they like the organization that we have. And I think philosophically we're a good match and a good fit, and I think there's some adaptations that any NFL coach would have to college football in terms of some of the advantages that you can gain by using the rules in college, like throwing RPOs and things like that. And I think he's adapted very well to that, and we've got some good guys on our staff to help him do that. So it's been very good.
Do you have any update on Aaron Robinson or Deshaun Hand, or maybe some of the guys that got nicked up in the spring game?
They're fine. I mean, look, we had players that needed surgeries after the season. Some of them didn't make it back to spring practice. We have some players that have injuries that they've got, the next month or so to heal up and be able to play. I think Deshaun Hand could have played in the spring game, just kind of precautionary. Actually practiced on Thursday before the spring game. Aaron Robinson did not need surgery. He actually was scheduled to have hip surgery, which was an old injury from high school actually, and that we had that surgery and it was very successful.
Will you be in New York with the players?
I'm sorry?
Will you be in New York with the players? How was Philadelphia with the players in the draft?
Yeah, absolutely. I think all of our players aren't going that got invited. I think just 2 of the 5 that got invited to go are going to be there, but we're going to be there to support them.
All right, thanks, Coach.